Good afternoon, everyone. It is David Schlotthauer here in the home weather office for your Saturday on July the 8th, 2023. In this update, we are going to be looking at mainly the West because a pretty serious heat wave is coming, which many Californians could be dealing with temperatures at or above 110, might even go up to 120 degrees in isolated spots. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down all those details so you can be prepared for the heat that's going to be coming by the end of this upcoming week. So looking at our precipitation product here, and we can see, as you'll know, for most of this forecast, not a lot of rain going to be down here across the desert Southwest, Nevada, and California because of that ridge is going to be building in. So going fast forwarding this into on Sunday, pretty dry across California and Nevada. This continues all the way into Tuesday. Maybe some showers and thunderstorms here over New Mexico, maybe Colorado, northern Texas, western Texas. About all you're going to see on this forecast. Same goes for for Tuesday. Showers and storms maybe for the deep south there, including for the southernmost portion of the desert Southwest. And this could continue into Wednesday, Thursday, pretty dry here. Not a lot of activity going on across Utah, Nevada, California, Arizona, New Mexico. Monsoon stuff, and then back off a little bit. In Colorado, very dry. So going all the way into Friday, this is when the heat really sets in. Got quiet weather going on. It's no precipitation to be speaking of. So no thunderstorms. That's just been the trend lately, that the monsoon not going to really want to return very much. Any showers you see will have to be over Colorado, over the high plains, including for Wyoming. But much of the west here, the Intermountain West that is, will be very dry. Maybe a few clouds from time to time. But yeah, you're going to do well or do unfortunate without the thunderstorms or needed rainfall that you typically want to see this time of the year. Instead, it is going to be the very hot weather that is going to come with this heat wave. It is going to get mighty dangerously hot, not so much early on in the work week, but more so like on Friday and Saturday. Pretty much 7 days from now, we're going to be dealing with some serious heat across California. Even in Oregon, Washington, could have temperatures up and over 100 degrees. But now, if you really want to find the dangerous heat, that will happen much sooner. If you're in Tucson, Phoenix, Arizona, if you're in Palm Springs, if you're in Las Vegas, if you are down there across portions there of, say, western Arizona, southeastern California, Death Valley, if you're in Barstow, it's going to be very hot for the end of this week. Wait until you see these temperatures. So daytime highs, you're going to see about 107, 108 degrees. Pretty warm out towards Texas, like we mentioned in yesterday's video. Also quite warm across the high deserts with temperatures in the 80s and 90s to show you just how warm this air mass is going to get. Let's fast forward this all the way into Monday. Still about 104, 106 degrees in the 90s across the high plains, but 110 degrees or so for the desert Southwest. But it's going to get even hotter than this. Let's go all the way into Tuesday. You start adding in 110 degree temperatures over Palm Springs, over westernmost Arizona. If you're in Death Valley, not noted here, but Death Valley could make a run for temperatures at or above 115 degrees on Tuesday. And then, of course, for the Central Valley, 104, 105 degrees according to the GFS model. But let's go into Thursday. That's when it really starts heating up. Look at this for Kansas, for Oklahoma, for Texas, 105 plus. Temperatures down here across Arizona, including for Barstow, maybe 110 plus. Might even get close to 115 down here. In southernmost portion of California, Central Valley, pretty toasty, right around 100 to 105 degrees, including for Nevada and portions there of Utah. Might even see some triple digits like Salt Lake City, some of the lower elevations. That could be very hot since our low level temperatures will also be coming up. So now into Thursday we go. you'll see temperatures might nudge up a little bit more right down here in the desert southwest. Really going to heat things up even further. Central Valley, not any warmer, but it's not until we get to Friday is when this heat wave really gets underway. Not so much for the desert southwest. Death Valley could hit 120 degrees probably on Friday. Temperatures across the Central Valley, maybe 110 plus. Got 115 up there in Chico. Yeah, Chico, 115 degrees, maybe just on Friday or July the 14th. Look at this. Gets even worse on Saturday. Look how hot it might get. 115 degree temperatures possibly for southeastern California, for central Arizona, southern Nevada. But this is when it really gets dangerous. Let's zoom in. Okay, let's go to here. Yeah, look at these temperatures, 123, 121 degrees, maybe 120 in Bakersfield. Now, while this is probably an unlikely scenario, we got some more model data to back this up, and I'll show you that here in just a little bit. But long story short, it's going to get very hot for much of the West, okay? For Arizona, California, Nevada, even up here in the north, see temperatures 105 degrees perhaps. Might even get a little hotter in some areas on Sunday. 107 in Portland, Oregon. Kennewick, that is in Washington, Oregon border. 107 degrees. 117, 116 down here across Arizona and California. 117, 118 degrees up and down the Central Valley. That's 2 days of that. Let's go into Monday. Might not be quite as hot across the north portion of the valley, but look at this. Still 117, 118 degrees over here in Bakersfield. By the way, Death Valley might reach 125 plus degrees. Might even get close to 130 there with this heat wave. Temperatures 110 in Oregon and Washington. Very far north, and you're going to be cooking up there. So just keep that in mind that it's going to get very hot. We've had temperatures that have been really nice in the upper 70s, low 80s. Going to turn the corner pretty stinking quickly. In the matter of 7 days, we'll be seeing triple-digit temperatures. No more 80s, no more 70s. Might not even see any more 90s by the end of the week. We're going to see triple digits instead. So, just to back this up, how likely is this going to happen? Let's just kind of fast forward this. This is the GEFS model. This is the ensemble forecast. And I like using this a lot. So if we look right up here, GEFS on the top right of the screen, it's the ensemble. So 113 degrees is what most of the members of the GEFS do indicate, including for the valley, might hit 105 degrees. That's significant for Thursday. Let's go into the day Friday. Yeah, look at this. 115, 113 degrees. Got 112 there for Phoenix. Let's go and kind of zoom in here across California. Doing this discussion a little different today. Got 110 there. 111, maybe 110 over Redding and Chico. Let's see what we get on Saturday. And this is Saturday. 116, 114. Got 118 down here in southeastern California. Let's go over here. Let's go to Arizona. Let's go to... Actually, we don't have an Arizona on here. Let's go over to... See this. See? Very hot over here in Phoenix, Arizona. When you see the ensembles indicating this type of heat, I even go for 119 down there. Very hot, very dangerous. 115 for the southern Central Valley on the ensemble forecast. Another product that I like to use too with this is using the probability of temperatures. Let's go to see the probability of temperatures at or above 100 degrees. This is Friday. So there's about a 70 to 90% chance California gets up to 100. Definitely 100 degrees over Arizona, southeastern California. For sure, 100 plus chances for temperatures at or above 100 degrees. Now, another product, let's go forward here. This is Friday. Look at the entire valley. 100% chance. Temperatures at or above 100 degrees. Let's see here for southeastern California, Arizona. Yeah, that's concerning. Let's zoom out here. Even Texas, 80 to 90% chance at temperatures up above 100 degrees. It's very, very worrying to a lot of people. Let's go and take a look at 110 probability chances. Okay, so this is that product. Yeah, this is Friday. Yeah, this is Friday. It's about 100% chance, 110 plus. Valley locations on Friday, 40 to 50 to even 60% chance at seeing temperatures above 110. This is when it gets really scary. These areas in red indicate probability of temperatures at or above 110 degrees for Saturday, July the 15th. And there's a 80% chance right in here in the Sacramento Valley. If you're in Fresno, Bakersfield, yeah, you have an 80% chance at seeing temperatures at or above 110 degrees. That's mighty concerning. That's pretty dangerous, okay? Excessive heat warnings, I'm sure they'll be issued in days to come leading up to this heat wave. So let's go back and take a look at with what we have going on here. Let's take a look at our southwestern sector. So actually west. There we go. We're zoomed out a little more. So when we take a look at this product, this is measuring how warm the air mass is. These are thicknesses in the atmosphere. This is 500 millibar geopotential height measured in decameters, which is different than meters. So you usually want to double this up when you're looking for, like, say, 582. That would be 5,820 meters in the atmosphere. That's where the 500 millibar height contour would be found in that example, versus 591 decameters, which would be 5,910 meters. Actually, yeah, that would be pretty much correct. So when we take this forward, you'll see what happens to our air mass, right? Got a little trough right in here. You can see a little bit of a cutoff formation with that. The wind barbs going around like that. A little bit of a ridge right up here in the northwestern U.S. But kind of pay attention to where this 591 height contour goes. Okay, this is for Sunday. This is for tomorrow. We go forward, you can see the trough here kind of gets absorbed into this ridge. You can see it right here, not a very strong one. Might trigger a storm or two around it, maybe during the day on Sunday and Monday across maybe portions of Utah, Wyoming, and Colorado. But the bigger picture is that this ridge right here, because we have an amplified trough over Hudson Bay, digging across, carving it out across the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes. It's going to help this ridge right here. See this ridge? It's going to actually migrate. It's going to back up. And you'll see that here in the model forecast on the GFS. See how this ridge kind of backs? This 591 fills in a little bit more. This is kind of decimating. Actually, more of the 588 line kind of decimates where our hot dome of high pressure is, where our hot air resides. We got this low up here across, say, the Pacific Northwest. Might be why temperatures up there may not be too terribly warm early on. But once this trough right here kind of lifts out, it's going to go this way. So let's watch that. See how it kind of just moves? Then right behind it, we got this ridge. Kind of that fills in like that. See that? We go back, this ridge fills in. So what that's going to allow is this high right here. This is where we have temperatures at or above 100 degrees, maybe 105, 110, where this ridge is, where this 594 decameter, more like 105 probably. But watch this. Watch how this builds. By Friday, you can see the contour right there, 597 decameter height contour there. This ridge really kind of inflates, kind of backs all the way up into the Pacific Northwest as we get amplified flow coming in out of the Northwest here. See that? Across the northern tier of the United States, even into the Midwest. It allows this ridge right here to retrograde. This is what we call a classic retrogradation of the subtropical ridge, the Four Corners high, responsible typically for the monsoon. But the problem is we're not going to get the monsoon here because we get this northwesterly flow that actually is going to shunt a lot of this monsoonal moisture further south than it typically resides. We're not going to get a lot of returning flow around this. The ending result will be a pretty subsidence type air mass. A lot of compression going on here. And look at this. By Saturday, look how big this high is right here. 597. Very, very concerning. And another way to look at this is when we see this offshore flow right here at 500 millibars, it usually means hot air at 850 millibars is also going to do the same thing, kind of blow offshore. That blows the marine layer away. That thins things out. Look at the last run. This is the 12Z run. It wanted to go for 600 decameters. That's 6,000 meters where the 500 millibar height or where the 500 ISO therm would actually be. So that, we got to watch this. This is very strong. 597, 600. Actually, to be specific on other detailed model runs, even a 599 decameter contour right here, even perhaps. So, yeah, this is a very big heat wave that we will have to watch. We could have temperatures guaranteed probably at or above about 100 and maybe 10 degrees at least. The higher the chances will be that seeing temperatures at or above 110, pretty much widespread across right here in Arizona, eventually getting into California with isolated locations that could reach at or above 115 degrees, which would put great strain on the human body. So this is a look at the National Weather Service. Actually, you know what? I wanted to show you something. Let's take a look here at our 850 millibar temperatures, right? I don't really show this product very much just because it kind of ties into the surface temperatures, but showing you just this ridge right here, you can see 30 Celsius temperatures at 850 millibars. That's 5,000 feet above the surface. And going into Saturday, yeah, look how expansive this is. This is 32, 34 Celsius temperatures. Why is that important? Because when we look at 925 millibar temperatures, 42 Celsius. That's going to send temperatures at or above 115 degrees across much of California, Arizona, southeastern California. And that's why the National Weather Service here has issued excessive heat warnings, fire weather warnings because of dry air, windy conditions. We also got heat advisories down here across Texas. So just keep in mind, if you're doing anything outdoors, I'm afraid by the late work week, by Thursday, Friday, perhaps the second to last week of July, keep in mind, watch the temperature, watch the mercury. It's going to be about 115 degrees, maybe even close to 120. Could be 125 in Death Valley by Saturday next week. So this look at our hazardous temperature forecast. You can see there's a pretty clear statement here. There's going to be excessive heat and across the Intermountain West, including California, that's under a moderate risk for excessive heat. It's a 40% chance at seeing temperatures at or above 110 degrees. It's what this kind of illustrates from the Climate Prediction Center. So just keep in mind, folks, that if you're, again, just the hot temperatures are going to be a big problem because we look, again, these low-level temperatures, this matches up very well with the geopotential height here. This ridge, this hot dome of air is going to really lead to a lot of problems. All right. Well, that's going to be it in the home weather office for today on an update or special update on the excessive heat across the West. Hope you guys stay hydrated, stay indoors when this heat arrives for later part of the next week. I am going to be having a detailed update and discussion on my Facebook page this afternoon in regards to this heat wave coming up. Thank you all for watching.